Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beachy Bunny and today I am giving you a different video and you might think, what is this video going to be about? Well, it's about me. And I know a bunch of you have been wondering, who is Beachy Bunny? Like, where did she come from? Why does she do the things she do? What is her channel about? Why did she start her channel? Well, you're about to get a full-blown story and background about me, Beachy Bunny Adventures. Also, before I get started, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had a great New Year and I hope everyone has written down goals that they want to accomplish. I know I have, which I will be spilling a few of those goals in this video. I know people are always doing New Year's resolutions, and usually when I do mine, I usually get at least 50 to 75% of them done. So don't worry if you fail. It's just the first of the year. You can always go back and pick it up in the middle of the year or just start over next year. There's no fault in that. But yeah, I'm gonna get started and let you know who I am and some goals and what I want to accomplish. And so let's go ahead and dive into who is Beachy Bunny Adventures. All right, let me go ahead and start off. My name is not Beachy Bunny Adventures, of course. My name is Ingla, and I am in my mid-30s, and I am from the Florida Panhandle. I originally moved to Tampa in September of 2008, and I attended the Culinary Art Institute of Tampa. The small town that I moved from didn't have many opportunities. I was at my guidance counselor's office before I graduated high school, and I seen that the University Culinary Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale and Tampa were accepting students, so I applied for both. And ironically, I got into Fort Lauderdale first, but something happened where I just could not go when they asked me to apply. So I applied for Tampa as well, and Tampa one just made more sense. Once I moved down here, I didn't have no friends, no family. I literally just started over. I went from high school and, graduating with 18 kids to a college where there's hundreds of kids was very overwhelming. Plus, I never really been in the city. I'm from the country where, we have a caution light, a liquor store, a gas station, a fire department, and a park, and that's it. Only 789 residents in my small town in the Panhandle. So coming to Tampa was a crazy experience. One of the reasons why I wanted to get away is because I wanted to experience different cultures. I am from the Panhandle where there's not a lot of diversity, meaning, no offense to anybody, but there's just a bunch of rednecks, Hispanics, whites, and nothing else. You just don't see anything else. There were still, I grew up around racism. There's still KKK members up there. I just wanted something different, and I didn't want to work at a Subway, a Hardee's, or a Dollar General all my life and just waste away. So my mom cashed in her 401k and moved me down here. I found a person off of Craigslist and I rented a room from them, and I started my culinary art journey. Fast forward to 4 years later, I graduated with honors, and I graduated in 2011, I believe June of 2011. I was very excited. I wanted to open up my new restaurant. That's what they encouraged everyone to do, or a food truck, or get into a high-end restaurant. And unfortunately, that did not happen. All these promises that the Art Institute, made to us students did not come true. I applied for 47 jobs after I graduated. I was interning at Busch Gardens, and I was working at Papa John's as a delivery driver. So I was applying everywhere, and nobody would accept me because I did not have experience in the kitchen, even though I just spent almost $80,000 at this school for 4 years to get my associate's degree. They wanted to start me as a dishwasher, and that just was not going to pay the bills, and I did not want to stoop that low, and I had standards, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Flash forward, I stayed at Papa John's, and I stayed there for 7 years. Yeah, I was a delivery driver for 7 years at Papa John's, and I seen it all. And I was brave. I had my pepper spray. I had my GPS. I wasn't afraid to delivery drive. I've been very independent. So it paid the bills. And then I realized once Uber Eats came and DoorDash, they were taking away my tips. And I knew if I did not get into corporate America, I was not going to make it. So I made the choice. And I told my boss, I was like, look, I got to do something. So a friend of mine got me into life insurance as a receptionist. And that's where my corporate, training and experiences began. So now I am at a divorce law firm here in Tampa Bay. And I am a legal administrative assistant. And we work from home. I've been at home since 2020. So I'm pretty happy at my job. Could I make more money? Absolutely. But you're not going to find the benefits that my job provides. And I truly enjoy it. It gives me the freedom to go crabbing. As you see, I'll be dropping videos on Wednesdays and Mondays. So I can literally take my job anywhere. I love working remote. And many of you guys wonder what made me start YouTube. Another background story. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying because, oh my goodness, it's so hard. But in 2007 is when I graduated high school, and my dad didn't give me the present I wanted. I really wanted a Mustang. Everybody was driving a Mustang, and I wanted a Mustang for my graduation present. You know what he got me? A 92 Volvo stick shift. After he got my car, a few months later, I was working. I just picked up my first job, and I was working at a gas station because I really wanted my own money. I really wanted to be independent very quickly. So he said, hey, I got something for you whenever you get home. It's in the shop. Just let me know. And I just couldn't imagine what it was. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't asked for anything. So he just said, start calling a puppy. And I said, start calling a puppy? And he's like, yeah, just start saying, and I just started saying, and oh my goodness, out of the dark was this tiny 6-month-old miniature Dachshund. And mind you, I'm from the country. We don't see Dachshunds. We only was raised with German Shepherds and Rottweilers and Pit Bulls and Mutts. So this little miniature Dachshund comes to me, and he's shaking. And I said, oh my goodness, what is this? And he comes to me, and I said, come here. And it was so funny. 3 little turds just rolled from behind him, and he just came to me and gave me the sweetest kisses, and I was in love. The first time he kissed me, I was so hooked, and I was so excited to get a puppy. I've never owned a Dachshund. I had no idea what their background was, and I just fell in love with him immediately. And my dad's like, oh, what are you going to name him? And I looked at him and he was just so beautiful, guys. He was the most beautifulest thing I've ever seen in my life. And he had a mohawk on his neck. And I looked at him and I'm like, Spikey. Yep, that's Spikey. So I had Spikey from, I believe, October or November 2007 until he passed in 2022 of November. And so that's why I get so emotional, because I had him for 15 and a half years and he was my high school graduation present. So yeah, that's how I got Spikey. How I got started with my YouTube channel. I am a water baby. I love the beach. I love living down here in Tampa Bay, and I have access. We did have access in the Panhandle. We had to go to Panama City Beach if we wanted to go to the beach. Living down here, I was at the beach all the time. You know, even when I was delivering pizzas, I was always at the beach. I didn't have a lot of friends at the time, and I think that's where my independence started, is I was starting to go to the beach by myself. I would set up my tent, my umbrellas, my radio, bring my, my snacks, and I would go from 9 a.m. to like 6:30. I would just stay at the beach. The love of water has always been with me. My parents made us go and take swim lessons when I was really young, so we're not ignorant to not swimming. So I was like, you know what? I love the beach. Why don't I name my channel Beachy Bunny Adventures? And that's how it got started. That's how I got the title of my YouTube channel. So yeah, it just felt right to me to have Beachy Bunny right there in the title. So I started my channel of, I believe, the same year, 2022. I started my channel when I realized that my boo-boo bear was getting sick. I knew something was wrong with him because he started gaining weight, and he has always been between 9 to 11 pounds because he's a miniature Dachshund. And so when I bought my house in 2021, he was fine, but he started gaining weight February of 2022. And then probably, I don't know, maybe August, I was like on YouTube and I'm like, why don't I start my own YouTube channel? I go on solo adventures all the time. I'm always traveling when I can. And, I really wanted to get monetized. I didn't realize how much money you can potentially make on YouTube. So I started my YouTube channel, and my first YouTube video was us going to South Carolina, I believe. My actual long video is when we went to South Carolina in 2022. And I had a few other videos, like an introduction video, teaching people how to book a cruise solo and solo trips, tips. And when I went to the sunflower field out in Denellen and things of that sort. So I had a few of them, but my real, I got really into it when we went on our trip in September of 2022 to North Carolina or South Carolina, either North or South. But before we went, my bear started getting sick at the end of April. I was sitting on the couch and we were watching TV, and this is so hard, I'm sorry. I was sitting on the couch and I was watching TV, and he just jumped down and he went to go to his water bowl, and before he can get to his water bowl, he froze and he fell. It was like a stiff teddy bear just fell. And I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what's wrong? And then he started having a seizure, and he has never had seizures. My dog has been healthy. I have taken care of him. And he had a seizure, and I thought I was going to lose him. And so I rushed him to the doctor, and that's where they told me that he has developed seizures, and they told me that he has I can't even think of it right now. I'm so I'll be right back. I will remember what they told me he had. He was in his late stages of Cushing's disease, and that's why he was gaining weight, and his uncontrollable eating all of a sudden. And Cushing's disease causes seizures. I asked him if there was anything I can do, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can cure Cushing's disease. He said you can just put him on medication, and you can just try to manage it. So that's what I did. I spent every dime of my savings, which I didn't even have savings. I spent every dime because he was worth it. And we went to South Carolina or North Carolina, and I took him with me, and he had a seizure up there. And he just didn't look good. He just wasn't happy, and he just wanted food because Cushing's make you just eat. And he started getting sick, and I got him back home, and he started doing a seizure again, and I took him back. And I'm so sorry, that's emotional. And I took him to the vet, and he caught pneumonia. I don't know how, but they said he had pneumonia. So they said, hey, it's okay, it's common. Just make sure that he's eating and drinking, and here's some pills. And they sent me home. So I brought him home. And the next day I tried to, I crushed up his food, and I tried to put the medicine in there, and he wouldn't take it, and he's never refused food. And he wouldn't drink water, and every time I would even put his favorite snack, he just turned his head. And as a pet mom, I knew. I knew that he wasn't gonna be with me, and he was telling me, Mom, I'm not gonna be here much longer. I can't breathe, and I don't want to take anything else. I'm tired. So, I'm sorry. So, that day I just hugged him because I knew he wasn't gonna be here long. And so I just stayed with him, and I don't know, something told me to get his paw prints. So I got some paint, and I took his paw prints like this, and I put my paw and put my prints like this on a canvas. And after that, I said, he's not doing well. Let me just take him to the vet. And it was already at 11 o'clock at night, I believe. So I put him in the car. I put the air conditioner on because he was so big and he was just so hot. So I put the air conditioner on. I put him in the back, and he sat in front of the air conditioner, and he was okay. And we sat there for 20 minutes, and I said, are you ready to go back inside? And he just looked at me, and I said, okay, if you got more time, I'm going to bring you back. I brought him back in the house, and we tried to lay down, and he was on the bed, and he had another seizure, and I rubbed him and I was like, just hold on, okay? We're gonna go ahead. So I cranked back up the car and make sure it was cool. And I came back in the house and he had another seizure. And I said, please don't leave me. I said, don't leave me. I said, let's get in the car. And I picked him up and his head was just violently shaking. And I got to the front door and I said, if you gotta leave, it's okay. I'm mad, but I understand. And he was just shaking and I put him in the back of the car. And I said, just hold on, let's get to the vet. And I put him in the back of the car and he was just still having his seizure and I'm trying to drive. And something just said something over me. It just said stop in the middle of the road. And this was going on 1 o'clock in the morning. Something just told me to stop in the middle of the road and just turn around. And he was gone. His eyes were open and I just knew he was gone. He was just laying there peacefully. And I had to drive all the way to Bears Avenue, which was like a 20-minute drive from my house because I live in the middle of the woods. And I was just hysterical. I said, my baby's gone. I can't grab him. They were very nice. The emergency vets were really nice. I was throwing up. I was crying. And they came and got him. And that was so hard. After they brought him in, they said, ma'am, he is gone. And there's nothing we can do. I said, I know. I think the hardest part was them bringing me to the funeral room. And he said, we're gonna need you to pick out his ashes box. And I just lost it again. I just couldn't believe I lost my baby. Within a 15-minute span, I lost him. And I picked out a beautiful ash box for him. And they said, would you like for us to bring him in the room for you can say goodbye? And I said, yeah. And he was still warm. His eyes were still open and his tongue was out. And I just laid there and I just curled up against him and I cried and I cried. And he was still warm and I said, it's okay. You're not suffering anymore. And mommy was just, I told him, I said, mommy was just tired. I was just tired of you being in pain. I was tired of not having the money to do anything. I was tired of not being able to help. So it was best that he left me because I don't want nothing to suffer. And she's like, would you like for us to cut some of his hair to save? And they cut some of his hair for me to keep. And they took him away and they said, would you like his dog bed? I said, I can't. I can't. So I said, I just want his blanket, his favorite blanket, that's all. But the dog bed and everything else gotta go. And I came home and I was so numb. I don't know how I made it back. I don't know how I drove home. But I know I was heartbroken and I was so in shock. And I got out of my car and I was like a zombie and I was numb. And my beautiful now adopted Pop Smoke was sitting on the porch. I haven't named him Pop Smoke. He's never let me pet him. He's always been around when I moved into the house, never let me pet him, always skittish. If I open up the back door, he always ran. But he was sitting on the top step and he was looking at me, and I thought he was going to run away. I said, I'm like, I don't even want to see an animal, but this is just so weird. So I walked up the steps and he just sat there and looked at me, and he waited for me to get up to the top step, and he just grinded against my legs. It's like he knew I just lost the love of my life. That's so amazing how animals feel your pain. And he knew I lost Spikey. And I pet him. He let me pet him. And yeah. And he's been around ever since my babies left. And I officially adopted him this year. I said, once I hit my 3-year anniversary at this house, I'll adopt you. So Pop Smoke is part of the family now. He's actually laying on the couch. But yeah, so that's how I acquired a cat, which I'm not a cat person. I cannot stand cats. But I like him. So, but anyway, so that's how the YouTube has transpired into now. And losing my baby allowed me to heal through videos, allowed me to rediscover myself again, being alone in this house. So I went on a solo cruise, and then I did another one the following month with a friend, and I just started filming all of my vacations, and now look at me. Now I'm doing crabbing videos and catching bass in my kayak and eating videos and everything else. So that's why I always say this channel is dedicated to my Spikey, because he pushed me to do something, because I was so miserable and so depressed when he left me. I didn't eat. I lost 15 pounds in a week. And my body has never been through that. I didn't crave food. I didn't want nothing to drink. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want nothing to do with this world at all. So I lost weight. I was sick, but he pushed me, and I can feel him just saying, hey, I don't want you to be sad. Go out there and do things that makes you happy. And I started doing that. And that's how my channel has been born, and that's how I'm monetized. And all the viewers that has viewed my videos and all my subscribers, you guys have helped me to continue to push out videos, and I'm so grateful for that. All right, so that's how my YouTube got started. I am so sorry for being emotional. If you're a pet parent, you will understand. I know a lot of people have asked me, will I get another one? Eventually I will. But even though I lost him in November of 2022, my heart is not healed. You just can't get over something. I know people, if a dog gets hit or gets sick, and they can get one within a couple weeks or a month. You don't do that when you've had something for 15 years of your life, has been on every vacation, has been to everything, from traveling in the car to parks and restaurants and everything else in between. When I go to conventions, he has been with me every step of the way. He has slept in my bed every night, taking him out, watering, taking him out and feeding him and watering. And that responsibility it faded when he left. So I kind of grateful that Pop Smoke is here, because within the coming months of me healing, I missed feeding something. I missed kissing something. I missed something having in my bed. And he just kind of filled that void. He'll never fill the 100% of void that I'm missing, but he's such a good boy. And he's an old man, and his background is sad too. So we both come from just sad backgrounds. Yeah, he's such a certified good boy, and I'm grateful that he came into my life when he came into my life, and I hope he's around here for a long time. So my channel is about inspiring people to get out there and do solo trips on your own. I am very independent. I've been very independent for a long time. You have to be in the city, especially when you don't have family down here. So a lot of people are not going to like the things I want to do. So I've literally trained myself and, saying it's okay. It's okay that people are not going to like the things you want to do. It's okay that people can't travel with you. So I've been on many solo vacations and many solo adventures. Does it bother me? Sometimes. It depends on the place. But most of the time, I don't mind it. I'm very brave. A lot of people's, in the comments saying I'm brave and I inspire them. And that's what my channel is for, is to inspire people to get out there, try new things, and just get in touch with yourself. I think I have been to Colorado many times solo. I've hiked in the Rocky Mountains. I love hiking. I went to, in 2020, when the pandemic was here and I was getting depressed because we were in the house, I told my boss, I said, look, I got to go somewhere. And he said, do what you got to do for your mental health. So I looked online. I said, where do I want to go? Where's a place that I can go? And I know a lot of people's not going to be there because of the pandemic. And I was on YouTube and TikTok, and Glacier National Park was trending. And I said, you know what? I didn't have a lot of vacation time because I just got started with the company, but I had enough. So I booked me a trip to Glacier National Park in Montana. And I flew all the way by myself, way out there. I had a plan. I booked my car, booked my rental. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. I had such a great time. There was nobody in Glacier National Park. I hiked to Avalanche Lake, and that was pretty scary because I was walking through snow and I stepped in a hole and I almost popped my knee out of socket, and I still have knee problems to this day. And then I fell through wood. On the way back, I was going through snow again, stepped through a log, and got my same knee trap that I fell. So I was panicking. I was by myself. It was starting to get dark. So the trek from the parking lot to Avalanche Lake took me 2 hours. On the way back, it took me 4 hours to get to my car. I was in pain. Thank goodness my dad just bought me a brand new pair of hiking poles, and I was able to make it because I was considering somebody call an airplane or the helicopter to get me out. I was in excruciating pain, but I made it. I persevered. Even slipping on black ice after all that with the other leg, it was a hot mess. I made it back to my hotel, and that was just a crazy experience. I really wish I had my YouTube channel so I can film it, but it's okay. I'll be going back. It was very different because Montana, I didn't see not one person, and they were just looking at me because I was going out to eat by myself, and all the waitresses were like older, and they're like, honey, where are you from? And I'm like, Florida. They're like, why would you fly all the way out here by yourself? And I'm like, because I can, and I think this type of stuff is fun and it's adventurous. And they were just like shocked that I flew out there by myself because they're like, you're a baby. And I'm like, yeah, but when you don't have friends and family to come with you on these things, you go by yourself. You never wait for anybody. If you want to go somewhere and you got the money, then you do it. Don't you wait for nobody. And that's what I always encourage people. You don't have to wait for nobody. So that's what I started doing, and then I fell in love with the Pacific Northwest. And you guys can look at these videos, like not Montana, but the Pacific Northwest. If you go through my playlist, you'll see Ultimate Vacations. Go watch some of my videos and, and see what I do and everything. And my day trips. My day trips are mostly solo as well. So yeah, that's where I get my motivation from. I don't have a certain niche, as people put it, like how people just go to theme parks, or how people just go out to eat, or how people just go fishing. That's why my name is Beachy Bunny Adventures, because adventures, you can put whatever you want. It's an adventure to find a new restaurant. It's an adventure to go on a solo trip. It's an adventure to go on a day trip. It's an adventure to go on vacations. Everything is an adventure. And that's why I chose that name, because it's a variety of things. I can put tips and tricks. I can do just about anything. I can go on a cruise. It's adventures. So the possibilities are always there, and you can always expand with my title. So that's why I didn't want Beachy Bunny goes to the beach, or beaches with Beachy Bunny, whatever. I don't want to just do YouTube's for just one niche. I want to be everywhere, because I want to capture audience from every genre, every gender, just so they can see what I do and what makes me happy. So I feel like that's the freedom of having your YouTube channel, because you can post whatever you want. I may post something and only get 100 views, but somebody's watching. Or I may post something that gets 1,000 views. Somebody's always watching your videos. As long as you present positive energy, you're going to attract people no matter what. So if you are getting started, and that's one of your goals for 2025 is to start a YouTube channel, do it because it makes you happy, not because it's a chore or you have to. Do it because it makes you happy. Is it going to be easy? No. Getting monetized, it took me, 2 years to get monetized? So I'm a late bloomer, but I'm monetized and it's here to stay. And I'm going to continue to try to post videos as much as possible. That being said, here are some goals that I really want to achieve. I have written down 15, but I'm not going to read all of them to you. But I will share some of my goals for 2025. And I hope that, people write down goals. Am I going to accomplish all these that I wrote down? Probably not. Am I going to try? I sure am. But, being a YouTuber costs. People don't realize that. People's like, oh, she posted an 8-minute video or a 50-minute video or a 40-minute video. Those videos take time and money. You got to consider, for crabbing, for instance, that's how I blew up. That's how I got my monetization, is going crabbing in the summer. You don't realize I got to get up early. I got to do research on where I'm going. I got to get bait. I got to invest money in crab nets and my fishing reel and my crab line, and get my cooler ready the night before. Everything is a process. If you're not willing to put the time and energy into your channel, then YouTube is not for you, because you're going to be sacrificing your time, your energy to edit, and money, because it takes money. All these YouTubers that are fishing, crabbing, whatever, it takes money. So that's why they are eager to get monetized to try to recoup some of that money that we are throwing into these videos. It has been hard. I don't make a lot of money. I'm very simple. I'm not out there to be in corporate America and rise to the ladder. I am not like that. As long as I'm happy, as long as I can pay my mortgage, my bills, and have a few vacations a year, I'm content. I don't need anything else. I don't have children. I don't have a husband. I ain't got no boyfriend. I ain't got no baggage. I don't have anything. I only have is Pop Smoke, and he's very easy. That's the only thing I like about cats. They're very easy to take care of. But if you're not dedicated, then YouTube is not going to work for you. Let's get back to the goals. As you know, like I said, it is tough. It is tough being a single female, living on her own. I bought my house on my own. That was a nightmare. But you can't beat the interest rate that I got in 2021. So I'll probably be dying in this house unless something happens. But with that being said, I want to bring you guys more videos on more adventures this year than last year. I want to try to get out every week and find something to do. But in order to do that, I have to have money. Like I just said, you have to have money. Either it's to go to a restaurant, you got to have money to pay. You got to have gas money to go to your place of interest. You got to have money if you want to go crabbing or fishing. So you got to have money. So my first New Year's goal for 2025 is pay off my Jeep. Paying off my Jeep will relieve $400 a month. Do I want a brand new car? No. Have you seen the interest rate? 7% on a car is a no bueno. The average car payments is $575 and higher. I cannot do that. Not on my watch, not on my salary. I cannot afford that. So the quicker I can get this Jeep paid off, the quicker I will have freedom to save, because I want to expand my savings account. I got things I want to do to my home. Even though it's brand new, it's an empty shell. So there are things I want to do, but I can't do it until I get this car paid off. And I have been busting my behind with this car. I bought my first brand new car. And when I say first brand new, I mean no miles. I have always used hand-me-downs or used cars. But when I got my corporate America job, I said, you know what? I think it's time for the sacrifice. So I bought my Jeep Compass in May of 2019. And I was thrilled. I was not thrilled with the payment, but I was thrilled. So I have been rocking it. It has not gave me too many issues. The worst issue is giving me the gas tank failed. But other than that, it's been doing me good. And of course, I've been having battery issues because it's Florida. Whatever. Everybody's batteries go out in Florida. But other than that, I haven't had no major issues, and I want to keep it that way. So for me, I have been busting my behind. Any extra money, I have been giving it towards this car. And the great thing is, I only have $4,400 left on this car. $4,400 left on this car. With everything, with income tax, bonuses, and extra money, I should have my car, if push come to shove and everything is fine, I should have my car paid off the first week of April of this year. If that happens, I will be paying my car off 1 year and 8 months early. You heard me, 1 year, 8 months early. I have sacrificed so much to get this car paid off. and it's finally going to happen in 2025. Another resolution that I'm really excited about is once I pay off my car, I really want to travel a lot more because that's going to allow me a little bit more financial freedom. I'll be able to save up for trips a lot quicker. Cutting down that car payment is going to be phenomenal for me. Plus, it'll be able to give me extra money to put towards savings, just in case of rainy day. So that's a goal of mine to get completed, is to get this car paid off so I can start traveling more, bringing more content to you guys, because it's hard, traveling and going to places without extra money. So having an extra security blanket because my car is paid off is going to be fantastic. Just some minor more resolutions is to get a small garden growing because I absolutely love cooking at home. I want to do a lot more catch, clean, and cook for you guys. So I would love to just go to my garden, get fresh basil, get parsley, cilantro, whatever I need from my little garden, save me money so I can do more videos on that. Also, what's going to be very important is for me to get a shed built. I really need to build a shed because buying a shed is just too expensive. I do have some room in the backyard for a shed, so I want to get that started. I also want to put a roof over my front porch. I would love to just sit on my front porch and just look at the road sometimes instead of in the back, because my house is on a canal and it produces a lot of mosquitoes. So sitting on the back porch is just not ideal all summer long, where I can sit on the front porch and not be eaten up by mosquitoes. So that's one of my goals as well. So, but my biggest goal for YouTube is to start producing at least 2 videos a week. And I don't know when that's going to start happening. I hope it will happen once my car is paid off, where I have extra money to go to a different pond or go to a different side of Florida or go down South Florida to go crabbing at different places, try to go fishing, finding an activity, whatever, I am wanting to produce and show you guys. I need that extra money. So I'm hoping I can get 2 videos out a week. I think that would be awesome. It'll keep me consistent. It'll keep me busy. And it'll have new content for you guys whenever you're scrolling through YouTube. All right, so that is it. That is it about me. I mean, I could go into more details about myself, but I don't want to bore you guys. But yeah, I'm pretty content to where I'm at, and I am excited for these new goals. I am excited to get this vehicle paid off. I do, not now, but probably in the next year or so, I'll see where finances are. I would love to find a toy for me. I promised myself before I'm 40, which that's a long way to go, I will get a toy. And a toy meaning either a 4-wheeler, a go-kart, a golf cart, a Sea-Doo, something. I want to start working to get a goal up, savings account, high yield savings account, whatever, and buy a toy. I would love to find something I can just go around my community with or just ride. I absolutely love that. That's the country girl in me. I just want something like that. So that's a goal that I really want to accomplish. And of course, I do want to get me a baby Datsun. I was shooting for this year, but I think I want to travel and have that freedom for a little while longer. Don't get me wrong, I miss my boo-boo bear. I miss him so much, but him not being here has allowed me to get out a lot more and not come home and don't have a curfew, basically. So it's been nice not have to take care of something like that, but I know when my heart fully heals, I'm gonna want something. So he's coming, and when he does, and it's a he already, And I'm just a boy mom. I don't know why. I'm just, Pop Smoke's a boy, Spikey's a boy. I've always had boys, so I'm a boy mom. I already have the name picked out. I am willing to travel out of state to go get this puppy, but I will let you guys know when that happens. Hopefully in the next year or so. So that's going to conclude Who is Beachy Bunny and goals for 2025. I appreciate you guys watching this far. I appreciate everybody that's subscribed to my channel and has watched every video. Anybody that's commented, either positive, negative, giving me criticism. I appreciate everybody. I'm not here to badger anybody. If you don't like what I said and you want to write something, if I respond to it, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel, and that's the glory about YouTube. I can either accept what you write or I can block you. Not trying to be mean, but this is a channel for positivity and for inspiration and for growth. I try to inspire people that are shy or homebodies to get out there and try something new. So any type of negativity that's going to bring my channel down is just not tolerated. So be wise what you put in the comments, because I respond to everybody. I am not like these YouTubers that gets blown up and have so many followers and stuff and never respond. I will respond either that day or during that week. I will respond to your comments. And I know that's important to a lot of people, because they feel like if I engage, they're heard. So that is how I want to run my channel. As many have read, in the coming weeks, me and my mom, we are going to Salt Lake City, Utah. Never been to Utah before. Like I said, I had a family member drop out, which just, I hate when people drop out at the last minute, but it is what it is. But we recovered and we're still able to go and to do everything we want to do. I'm excited to go snowmobiling. We just booked our snowmobiling tour. The only things we got to do is book the ice castles, and we got to book the swimming in the hot springs in the crater, which we are super excited to do. There's gonna be more things. I gotta start doing some research on some restaurants and things of that sort, so you guys will get the full benefit of this vacation. I am so excited, especially because crabbing season has came to a halt. I actually tried to go fishing today and I didn't catch anything. It has been tough this winter. The water is super cold, so I have to find things to kind of make up for the time so I can get back out there crabbing. My videos are just not about crabbing. It's about everything, like I said, and crabbing just kind of fell into place this summer because, you know, as I've mentioned in a lot of videos, I went through a bad depression. It runs through my family. I went through several months of it. Maybe you guys couldn't tell because it kind of separated it for a while, but once I came back to the house, it was like this dark cloud that came over me. And honestly, it was trending on TikTok. I started watching YouTubes about getting started on a low budget. I started buying things at Walmart. I got the chicken from Walmart. I got the crab string from Walmart. And I started on Google Maps and I started watching people's videos, and then I started, if they threw a drone in the air, that was it. I can find out where they're at. As long as they give some type of area that they were in, I was able to find everybody's locations. I even got a lot of locations in Jacksonville. I've never been to Jacksonville before, but Tony, he throws his Crabbing with Tony, if you watch him, he throws his drone in the air every time. I have figured out every one of his spots. So if I ever go to Jacksonville, I'm coming to your spots. I know he's not gonna watch this, but anyways, Old Couple too. I have seen a bunch of places that they've been at. St. John's River, Tug Trash, I've seen a few of his videos. They're always on the St. Johns River. I do plan on going there once it gets warm enough. I want to try to find an Airbnb. Maybe a subscriber can go with me or a friend. And I definitely want to go to St. Johns River and go crabbing up there. I've also seen some places in South Florida, but like I said, it costs money. And if the money is right, you guys, I am going to produce some awesome videos. I am so excited for crabbing season 2024. It's not technically out of season for Florida. It's just the water is cold. And I do have a kayak, but I don't have a boat. If you got a boat, you can drop your baskets out there. I don't have those type of baskets. I don't have that type of transportation. So I'm not gonna be able to produce with chicken on a string or crab baskets or anything like that. So when things start getting warm, I will be back out there and I'll be producing. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just try to figure out things I can do within my budget, and I will definitely upload them. And if you want to watch, that's fine. If you don't, I'm gonna still continue with my channel because that's what I like to do. I like to bring new things to people, and I absolutely love the film. So with that all said, I appreciate everyone watching the video, and if you have not yet liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps me, it helps the algorithm. If you do want to contribute to the channel so I can continue to grow, I do have a throne wish list. It will look just like this. It is in my bio. Whenever you click on my channel and you click on the bio, it will have all of my links, all of my social media links, all of my affiliate links, things of that sort. So you're more than welcome to go browse. If you do purchase anything off of my throne wish list, I'll give you a shout out. It helps me, with content. And like I said, everything is on there from seafood, boiled items, crabbing items, video items, YouTube, merch, for me to get out there and represent my brand and represent my name. So you're more than welcome to browse through there. It's not a must. You don't have to give me anything, but if you just want to be nosy, you're more than welcome to step in there. But I am going to end this video. I appreciate everyone watching, and I will see you guys on the next adventure. And I will be in Utah at the end of the month, so get ready. All right, see you later. Bye.